The street lamps stood tall, but none of them were lit. The roads were dark, the alleys silent. Children clung to their mothers asking, "Where's the light? Why is it so dark today?" No one had an answer. But deep down they all sensed it. Something was missing. Or rather, someone. The girl who used to light the lamps had vanished without a word. And for the first time they began to wonder, who was she really? And why did they never truly see her? Her name was Ayla. Every evening, just before sunset, Ayla would walk down the village street with her little glowing lamp in hand. One by one, she lit the lamps outside every home. She did it with care, with love, with no demand for reward. And it didn't stop there. If someone was sick, she brought soup. If an old man dropped his bucket, she helped him carry it. If a child cried, she sat beside them and told magical stories. She gave light, comfort, kindness, but no one ever asked if she was okay. No one ever said thank you. The villagers grew used to the light, used to her presence, used to receiving, and never giving back. Some whispered, "She doesn't have anything better to do. She's always around, she'll manage." They didn't see the tiredness in her steps. They didn't notice the way her smile had begun to fade. Until one stormy evening, Ayla twisted her ankle on the slippery path. She still held her little oil lamp, limping from house to house, each step aching. That night, she was late. The villagers scolded her. "Why so slow? Can't you be on time?" But no one asked, "What happened to your leg?" No one saw the limp or the tear in her scarf. Ayla said nothing. She just lit the lamps and limped away into the dusk. She sat under a tree, soaked in the rain, holding her flickering lamp close to her chest. It hurt. Not just the ankle, but something deeper. Still, she dragged herself up and lit the final lamps that night. A few days later, a tourist came into the village. He was clicking photos of the village for his documentary. He watched the people, he saw their lights glow, but noticed something strange. One girl lit every lamp, one girl fixed the broken, one girl carried the kindness of an entire village on her shoulders. And no one looked at her, no one thanked her, no one even seemed to notice her pain. That evening, he approached her and asked gently, "Why do you do so much for people who see so little in you?" She gave a tired smile. "Because someone has to keep the light burning." The man shook his head. "No," he said softly, "you're not the flame keeper of those who forget your warmth. Don't hand your light to people who only take but never protect the flame." That night, Ayla couldn't sleep. His words echoed again and again. And by sunrise, she had made her decision. The next evening, the village fell into darkness. The lamps were still there, but no flame, no Ayla, no warmth. She had disappeared, just like that. Far away, on the edge of a quiet seaside cliff, Ayla sat in her tiny new cottage, a single lamp glowing softly beside her. She had found peace, not loneliness. She still helped, but only when her heart felt respected. She still gave, but only to those who gave back love. She didn't stop being kind, she just stopped being used. Back in the village, the days felt colder, the nights felt longer, the silence grew heavier. Some villagers tried to light the lamps themselves, but they didn't shine the same. Because they finally understood, they hadn't just lost a girl, they had lost the light she carried. Some traveled to the seaside, hoping she would return. But Ayla smiled and said gently, "I haven't stopped shining. I just shine somewhere I'm seen." Kindness is a gift, not a weakness. But even light has limits when it's surrounded by shadows. If they take your heart for granted, step back, heal, and protect your glow. Because you weren't born to be their candle. You were meant to be your own sun.